Welcome back to another day. Happy holiday week to everybody that I haven't seen in a while. Hopefully, you guys are having some fun, have taken some good trades. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a public live day. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. We've got some post-earning setups that we could look for here. Crypto markets are going all over the place. We have some more tariff news out of Trump. I think volatility is going to be coming back. Most of you guys don't remember what it was like in the market in especially if you weren't trading like 2018, 19, 2020. Probably a lot of you guys were kind of getting in the mix here, but don't necessarily remember all what it was like with the Trump tweets, the Trump announcements, all of these different things that were occurring in the markets, either during market hours, after market hours, just volatility coming back into the market. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. So we did get a little bit of that tariff news. The existing China tariffs are supposedly going to be going up, I think 10% from where they are now. And then Mexico and Canada, what was it, 25% tariffs to stop, what is it, the illegal flow of fentanyl. And then what else was it? I think it was immigration too. So again, remember what we've been talking about with these tariffs? A lot of it's going to be a bargaining chip to get what this current administration wants. But again, we got to see what's going to happen with it, how it's going to affect the overall economy later. But team, it is that time of day again. Make sure you guys are saying good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, I'd love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to either the stream, my private community, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, it is a public live day. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do. It helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn how to properly have long-term success in the market here. Because again, you guys see it all the time. There's so much nonsense out there, especially in the short form social media space with people who literally have zero market knowledge, trying to teach trading and market participation, which doesn't make any sense. And that's why everybody ends up in that statistic of 99% of people fail. So let's see who we got in here, and then let's get after it. Go over some of these post earnings ideas, see kind of what we're going to do for the rest of the week, which I'll tell you right now, it's probably nothing. But let's get after it. So who do we got in here, ladies and gentlemen? We have Michael, Todd, Rogue, Dawn, Dr. Bob, Samuel, Daily Taylor, Giovanni, DJ, Rycack, Starsky, Eddie, Gerald, Daily Taylor, Meowser, Rob. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You see my tweets? Keep it going? Dude, that is one of the things that we should talk about here too. The tweets on the crypto ideas that I've given you guys have not missed. They just don't miss. So again, you give me a hot market, guys, whether it's crypto, whether it's the stock market, keep me away because I'm going to go absolutely nuts. Speaking of absolutely nuts, I am still in AVAX here. My stops are at break even though. The way that I trade these cryptos, guys, is one, you got to think about, and we'll talk about the post earnings in a second. But you got to think about the way that the crypto market moves. It's incredibly technical. So if I have the setups that we look for all the time, that we're finding stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, and then you overlay it into a hot crypto market, you guys see what happens. You had the SHIB move, the DOT move. I mean, we could just take a look at some of them here. I mean, you guys saw the AVAX one. DOT was insane. This one over here, breaking these highs, absolutely moon missioning to the upside there. Solana, I gave you guys a couple of times. It was a monthly setup. There was this one here. So that was a really good one there. What else? Cardano was an epic one. This was another one we called on Twitter. This one was filthy. They just keep happening. So the way that I like to trade these, though, guys, is since these can make such aggressive moves very quickly, once we get to like a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward on the setup, we hit a certain level, very similar to what we're looking at there on what I did with AVAX. I just move a stop to break even and then go for the aggressive targets. That's what I like to do. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make any sense to go for like a 1 to 2 on a crypto swing. Like that makes no sense when they could run like 1 to 12, 1 to 15. Like that's what we're looking for here. We're not looking for these little baby base hit trades. Base hits, people, this is one of the biggest misconceptions in trading. And people say this, and I seriously, like really like think hard to myself about if they actually make any money in the market. Base hits in trading, what they're doing is basically like closing the margin for error for you. Because if you make any mistakes and you only are taking these small trades, these small wins, okay, well, just in the course of just being a new trader, you're going to make mistakes and you're not going to make any money. Like imagine you came in and you were like, okay, well, we're going to take some of these crypto setups or some of these option trades that go 500 to 1,000%. We're only risking about 1% on these. It's like now you have a giant buffer to go through and continue learning. So, and you guys have seen how crazy these go, especially when the market gets hot. Oh my God. So, let's kind of talk a little bit about here some of the post earnings. And again, guys, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to some more people here. And remember, this is the last week to hop into the private community there for 50% off your first month. The link's at the top of the live chat. It's code bullish. If you guys missed that, this is gonna be the best sale I ever offer. I've given you guys some of the most ridiculous sales of all time for what I give you in that community there. That's it. This is the last one. So prices are gonna be going up soon. We're gonna be going waitlist only. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later though. But for the post earnings here, I mean, I've posted a bunch of YouTube videos on the post earning strategy before. It's very simple. So when we're looking at Dix here, again, this is going to qualify. I don't know if I'm going to be touching any of these, and we're going to talk a little bit about the market here too. ADI is another one, semiconductor company, and also SMTC. SMTC though is up a little bit too much for where I would want to use the post earning strategy on it. So I would really put my main attention on Dix and ADI. Those would be the two that I would be looking at there. But what I do want to say let's see. Dawn says, do it, well worth it. Let's see. For what you learn, only amazing setups. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been awesome. So, I mean, I can throw the link in the live chat here for you guys. Good morning, New. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? So, but it's code bullish if you guys want it. There you go. But I want you guys to think about one, what we've done in the market this month and what kind of week that we are in right now. I can just pull it up let me see. I should probably post this at some point. I just don't really care enough. Like, what percentage is this account up this month? That's what we should talk about. Where is this? Okay, that's just it's ridiculous. What's the date today? 26th. Let's see. So far in the month of November, the swing account's up 43%. 43%. And that's not with taking a whole lot of risk. Think about all the amazing trades that we've had. Robinhood, like there's been Gabby, it's for what we do, you don't need any crazy plans on TradingView. You really don't. You might need like crypto data, but it'll be like, I don't know, $5 a month or something. But other than that, you don't really need anything. But think about it. So we've had a really epic tear in the market recently. When we go into a week like this, a holiday week where we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no market. So today's Tuesday. So Thursday, we have markets closed. Friday, we have a half day. You have people all over the place. They're not going to be at their desk. It doesn't make any sense in the world to go and try and do anything crazy in the market or really just like be hunting for setups and trying to trade. Your friend was trying to explain crypto futures to you? Well, remember when we were talking about Beto? That was a pretty good explanation on crypto futures when I made a little oopsie on that one, which actually probably would have worked. You need real-time data? I mean, yeah, but yeah, that's probably it on this. Like, it's not like you need yeah, you do need real-time data. You don't want it to be delayed, but I don't think anything is delayed on it. So, but this is one of the main things, and I think a lot of you guys see, and I try to explain this to everybody in the Discord a lot too. It's like, yes, it is fun and it is important to make sure that we are nailing those really good setups, the 500, 1,000, 2,000% gain option trades, and the big 1 to 15 risk to reward crypto trades. But the most important thing, guys, is understanding when to put your foot on the gas and when not to. Because you have to think about capital preservation. If you're stair-stepping your account up, and then you can then understand when to really start like putting your foot to the on the gas, you have more capital to deploy at the better setups than you would if you were to treat every single day in the market the same and just try and sling things just to sling them because you want that dopamine hit of taking a trade. And I get these messages a lot, especially on Instagram. I got one yesterday. They were like, well, how much do you think I should start with? And I was like, I mean, anywhere, like, first of all, you should be paper trading first. If you're brand new. But second of all, I was like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, like that'll probably get you going, especially if you're trading shares or some of these cryptos. And they're like, well, what can I expect to make per month? And I'm like, well, no, that's not the question. A lot of, or per day. It's like people come into the market and think it's some sort of fixed income instrument. One, if you want some sort of fixed income, go to the bond market. But I highly doubt that anybody has enough money to right now to make a meaningful difference in their life by putting a certain amount of money into a government bond. You can't think of trading like a fixed income instrument. What you have to think of trading as they're going to get, the market is going to hand you really, really solid opportunities. Your only job into the market, in the market, is to do what I like to call being a steward of your system. That's it. The outcome of one individual trade for me is meaningless because I know what the setups can potentially give us. So all I do, Yeetboss started with 300. Yeah, what are you up to now, buddy? 1,000? You're up to something crazy. I saw that message. That was nuts. These community gains have been nuts. Let me see. Oh, 625. That's still great. Started with 200 bucks. He's up 72% in the last week with us there. That's phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, Jay's up like 1,000% in the last couple of months here. I mean, you guys have seen it. I mean, a bare minimum, you guys should go click on that link at the top of the live chat if you're curious and just read the reviews. We only have 5-star reviews for a reason. A dick strangle. I still own a bunch of dicks. Remember, I sold half of it, but I still have a bunch of it. So obviously that's nice that Dix is up. Where is it? Dix is up. It's like 6% on earnings here. It is fading a little bit coming into the market here. And again, this is not, even if I were to touch any of these post earnings, like that's still great, man. I mean, you're crushing it. Even if I were to touch any of these post earnings, guys, I'm going to go small. I'm not, because you guys saw yesterday, I hit Tesla for a decent gain. It wasn't crazy. I was actually expecting that move to, and I tweeted it out too. I was expecting that move to be a little bit better. Those contracts opened up about 70%. And I was like, if this thing fades at all, these premiums are going to get whacked. And I'd rather just take the money and run on a week like this. So that's effectively what I did at market open yesterday on Tesla. So really, really great exit there after it just died all day. So we're happy with that. Tor, what's up, buddy? How you doing? 3M. Wait, Jason, are you talking about 3 million? Or are you talking about the 3M trade that I gave out for post earnings? Ben says January you started with 75, hit AMD, then PDD, then go. You're up 14,000%. Ben, I know you hit the Pinduoduo trade for like 11 grand with us. That was nasty. Garrett, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, hopefully you guys are all having a good morning. Again, this is not a week to go crazy. Usually the public live stream days are on Fridays, but it's a short week. So I was like, you know what? I might as well come hang out with you guys here. Let's talk Bitcoin a little bit here. So again, I tweeted yesterday that you really wanted to hold this 10 EMA here, but you also have this prior all-time high zone. If you look at ES, we've talked a lot about these all-time high zones recently. These prior areas of resistance flipping and turning support. Now, if Bitcoin ends up losing this down in here, that's not going to look very good. And I did say if you lose this area here, you could see 90K pretty quick in the near future. And that is kind of what you're starting to see here. Could it hold? Yes. But again, it's not like you can still see those other cryptos fire off. I think that for most of next year, we're going to see a lot of those cryptos fire off in a really, really fun way. Method, mindset, money management. Yes. 140,000%. Right, Ben. That's what I was going to say. Cause I was like, yeah, yeah, you guys have been crushing it. Like you guys really like seeing your guys' success in there has been unbelievable. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's Saturday is the last day to get 50% off your first month. It's literally only $30 for your first month, $1 a day. For all we'll talk about it a little bit later, but you guys get like both the courses, the pre-market plans, the watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the macro research reports, the single stock research reports, the private live streams Monday through Thursday. There's a lot more in there too, but talk about that later. Let's see. I mean, this move here I might make a Instagram video about this one today. Dude, Instagram is so weird. It's so strange. Like I'll make those quick videos where it's the music when I point out the trades, or I do one where I break it down and it gets a lot more engagement, and then like they throttle me. I'm like, all right, guys. Maybe one of these days I'll just post a day trade and get like a million views again. And it's just like, but it attracts the wrong people because they're like, give me alert. What's even better is being able to help people with the money made. Yep, 100%, Tor. 100%. And again, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. I mean, you guys know what we're looking at here this morning. It's really just going to be Dix and ADI. We do have a couple of other setups, but these aren't ones that I'm looking for now. Like AMD could start to set up over the next couple of weeks here. Uber or next week, really. Uber could start to set up into next week as well. And that's really what I'm focused in on. I'm like my November set done. I'm pretty much done. Especially going into the rest of this week here too. I'm not going to be around really for the rest of the week, so I'm not going to have any open positions. What I've found too is when I'm not at my desk and like I'm not here like managing everything and seeing the data and I just like the way that I analyze things is just not as good. So when I'm away, I don't touch anything. I really like that's one of the things that like I make sure is like if I'm not like completely at my setup, being able to see everything happening in real time, I don't touch things. So, how's Estee Lauder doing? Because that thing for some of you guys has been a monster. Yeah, that was nasty. I was gonna make a video about this one. Here, all right. This was actually. I mean, this is interesting here. We'll see. We got to talk a little bit about this one a little bit more. It's safe to assume some of us hitting the plays you're calling out don't post them. I'll try to get some here and there, but I just get too busy. There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to post them. You're personally done trading for the month. Just here to listen to the market insights. Yeah. What else we got to talk about? Where's the bond market? Because we are getting close, and I do have to give you guys another bond market update. Especially with the new Treasury Secretary coming in. But remember, guys, the thesis on the new Treasury Secretary or the bond market with the announcement of the new Treasury Secretary was exactly this. So it was a timing thing. It was when was this going to happen, and were yields just going to continue up, 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 up until then. So, but what most people don't realize, and I think for those of you guys that are new in here, that two things. One, you'll come to learn that like what I think really sets me apart from pretty much everybody else in the space, and especially everybody else my age, is my ability to analyze markets because I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, and being able to see things in different ways. So one of those is it really shows itself in the bond market where we made that call. Where was it? Oh, it was here. So we basically called the bottom in yields. That's out on my Twitter account somewhere. You go back to the day before the September FOMC meeting. But what you need to think about with the bond market now, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, is that Powell, we've talked about this a lot with you guys in the Discord, so sorry for repeating it, but Powell has been making financial conditions more restrictive with the rate hikes and the runoff of the balance sheet. Now, Janet Yellen on the other side has been doing the exact opposite. The exact opposite. So when all of these new these bonds that they were selling come due next year with all of the other bonds that are going to be maturing next year too, the Treasury is going to have to figure out a way to roll over that debt, meaning issue more bonds in order to pay off that existing debt and give the government more money to spend. That is the biggest point of uncertainty as to why we were ripping higher after the into the election and after the election as well, because you could have made the argument that this move to the upside here, and this is part of it, that people were worried about the deficit expanding, which then is going to lead to the necessity to issue more bonds in order to finance the government. But when you have something like the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, in what this new administration is actually thinking about doing, well, that whole deficit idea is like, it doesn't make much sense, right? Because if they are going to try and reel in some of this reckless government spending and things like that, well, you would actually expect to see bond yields moving to the downside, but that's not what you saw. What you really saw was people worried about who this new Treasury Secretary is going to be because they know all of the nonsense that's been going on in the Treasury market with Janet Yellen. So when people blame Powell, it's not Powell. You blame Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen is the problem. The EL trade, that's a basin break. So that is something that we talk a lot about in the Discord. I can show you some more examples of that. Nike, great one here. Really nice basin break setup on Nike here. This was an epic one. I think Snow was the best one where you had Snow was the one where we had the base, the setup within the setup. That was amazing right in here. We had Airbnb was another one on this one. This nice basin break here. So Rivian was also another one here too. Rivian, we had a great basin break on this one. So Rivian, whoa, anybody that held these Rivian shares, you guys are looking phenomenal over here now. There you go. So what we had was this move here. We were entering Rivian in this area, and I had next March contracts. So I had rolled them out because I had Januaries. I could have done a lot better on this trade if I had stuck with the Januaries. But we got this really great gap up. It pushed up into 13. I was selling out of this position up here. And then we saw this thing get aggressively hit on that $7,500 EV tax credit axe. They aren't doing that anymore. Now, moving back to the upside there on Rivian. So there you go. What'd you miss? Nothing, Alfie. And Pinduo Duo was kind of a basin break, but that was more of the China thesis. So like what was it? The multi-1,000% Pinduo Duo trade I gave you guys. Yeah, it was more so like the China thesis. But yeah, there was a little bit of a base in there. Enphase is currently doing it. That's interesting because sort of. I like bigger bases than this. Estee Lauder was a little bit different, but yeah, this is one too. But typically I like to see long, like very long bases for the basin break setups. Let's see. RKT is not a basin break. Like it's not down enough. It's not down enough to do it. So all right, welcome everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. Again, make sure you guys are keeping yourself safe this week. This is not a week to go crazy. If I end up doing anything on DIX or ADI, great. But I've already locked in a green week. I'm not going to be risking that at all from Tesla yesterday on the gap over the weekend. No more Janet Yellen impression. I could still do it. The inflation numbers and the CPI data is coming out today, but that's the best one I've got. I don't really have any other good impressions. It's really just the Janet Yellen one. Break of structure. I guess you could say it's that, but I mean, I can make a bigger video about this for you guys in the Discord, the basin breaks, but it's very simple. It's like you have a stock that's been hated. Okay, so this is the way that I think about markets in a way that's very different than most people. I look at price and candles on the chart as a reflection of sentiment, which sounds like what a lot of other people do, but I'm able to take different conclusions from it. One of the things that is in the course videos for you guys in the Discord is remember when we talk about the moves up and the flat line and what that actually says about the behaviors of buyers and sellers. It means the buyers are still there and the sellers are not strong enough even at those higher levels. What does it then say if you see something like this? Like let's do Snow because that was a really good one. You see the market, yeah, this is a good one. So what would you trying to find a really good example of this? Nike's a good one. I mean, you see this big gap down, and then you see it flatlining and chopping around within this range. The sellers are not strong enough to push this lower. The buyers are starting to show up. You also can think about there's a lot of shorts piling up in here that are just sitting, and as this thing starts to break to the upside, those are going to be taken off. So then you get a little bit more of a turbocharge to the upside, which is why the base and breaks are most of the time some of the most explosive setups. It doesn't mean that it's a squeeze. It just means that people are taking off these positions and realizing the profits that they have. But that's the way. And then like people talk about gaps and all this stuff. It's like most of the stuff that people talk about in the market is pretty useless. Let's see. Scan for the basin breaks on TradingView. You can, I'd use ADX. ADX would be a good way to look at it. But I just like, because remember, I scan through for you guys like, I don't know, 3,000 stocks all the time. I just scan through them all. So when I see them, I put them on the radar. Because remember that Rivian trade, we were hunting that for what, a month? I was like, guys, like we could go back in the Discord and you can see all the messages where I'm like, keep Rivian on your radar. It's setting up for a basin break. Keep watching it. Just keep it on your radar. And then we nailed it. So that's back up. That's a nice one there. That's looking pretty good. What do we got here? 5 minutes to go until market open, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I really don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot today, but Dix could be one. ADI. I don't really like SMTC. It's up too much. So, but we'll see here. Let's see. Hold on. Where is Rivian right now? And then let me look at GRND for you guys, Grinder, because that's been an interesting one. I wouldn't touch that here. I don't like that anymore. I don't like that candle. Is there a recommended minimum port size to trade these trades? No, I mean, we've had people come in, like you guys that are in the Discord can let Orlando know. But it's what, like some of you guys come in with like $200, some of you guys come in with 1,000. Like what you guys also have to realize too is that the shares trade setups most of the time have better risk to reward than the option trades. So all of you can take most of the shares trades with regardless of your account size. And it's honestly a really good way to start too. The only reason, and this is one of the things that we touch on in the Discord too, is the only reason why you would choose to trade options over shares is you're using less capital to get basically the same dollar amount of gain, so leverage, and you're able to trade more setups. That's it. But no, there really isn't a minimum. I mean, you don't want to do like $10, but why don't you like GRND? It seems like it broke out. GRND right now was starting to set up. Again, this was one that was on the watch list for this past weekend. It did break. It doesn't look bad. The problem is though, is that you're not seeing a burst. And again, when I give you guys these watch lists a lot, like it's not like you can just trade all of them. That's why these streams are so important, because we talk through our thoughts here. But my thoughts on Grinder are as follows. Like, okay, so you saw this break. It faded a little bit. There's a lot of volume on that chart. Like, is this a perfect setup that I want to be trading? No. You 15. That's good. Shares is fine. I wouldn't trade the options on it though. Like it looks decent, but again, remember when you guys see me navigate charts, most of the time when we're on the streams, it's like, what about this? No. What about this? No. And all I'm doing is hunting for perfect. You guys remember last week when it took me a little while to find these setups, and then all of a sudden we find Twilio. We get the break here, 97.70, and then the thing just rips. All I'm looking for is perfect. Now, when I highlight these setups for you guys and give you guys the watch list, they are ones that I am interested in, but it doesn't mean that they're perfect yet. Tesla was a really good one. I thought that one was going to get a little bit more juice on that, but no, market coming down. It's fading a little. It's just chopping around in this little range here that you've got. Let's see. If you have more risk and it can go to zero. Nah, I mean, I would say there's actually less risk with options because you can size your position for zero. With shares, you do have that gap down risk. Remember how, like say this all the time, I don't like healthcare. Not a fan of trading healthcare or biotech stocks, like trading them. Just because there's too much going on and I don't have an edge in the healthcare space. I just don't. Like the data, all of that stuff. And it'd be a lot more fundamental analysis than me looking at the technical chart. And you also have the gap risk. And that is the one thing that you can run into with shares is the gap risk. Maybe once or twice a year you'll have to deal with it, but like we've never had it. Like we've never had it like gap risk. And I show you guys how to avoid the gap risk at certain times. All right, ding ding ding, market's open. Here Rivian's ripping, dude. There we go. Congratulations to everybody that's still in those shares. There you go. All right. So the two things that we really need to look for here is the potential post earnings moves on ADI and DIX. Oh, we got to click through this. So it dings. Those are the really two that I'd be sort of interested in here. What is it? 233.55. I hate when it does that. I open. All right. We'll leave this here for now. We'll see. We'll see. Let's check the chains on these two. See if they're even worth looking at. Dix is probably fine. It's probably gonna have a wrecked option chain, but it's not looking good here. Yeah, that chain is busted. ADI, I'm pretty sure, is gonna have a terrible chain too. If these option chains are spready, I'm just not gonna go near them. Yeah, ADI and Dix both have awful option chains right now. So as of right now, I don't want them even if they break. Let's see here. Uber is starting to give us that look. These I like too. So this is another kind of setup that I start to look for, and you guys are gonna pick this up. I'm perfectly fine with taking trades like near the highs on a lot of these really strong names in the market, and a lot of the time, if you're in the right sector, those moves can be awesome. But some of the best setups, the more consistent ones, are when you have these moves to the downside, it shifts, consolidates, and then gets a move. Because there's a lot more room, there's a lot more meat on the bone back to the highs. Yeah. I like how this looks going into next week. Dix not going near it. ADI. Yeah, Dix is we're not going to be going near this. ADI. If the chain tightens up, sure, but I don't think it's going to do that. Cover calls on Palantir have been really nice. Plus, yeah, how's Palantir doing? How's that thing looking? Is there something? What? Is there something going on with this? No, I think it's fine. Where's SoFi today? 15 sit, dude. I mean, I gave this to you guys in the those of you guys in the Discord. This long-term shares position at 655. SoFi's at 1560. So that's another thing I give you guys in there too, like my long-term ideas. This year we have hit some really good ones. Philip Morris was the big research report from like 95 to I think it was 130, 135. You got a nice equity boost, a dividend. That one was great. Yin, that was an epic trade from 2050 to 51 is where I sold. So we can actually look at that yin chart here. This one. I sold here on this nuclear move to the upside. That was fun. Palantir was one that we've been looking at all year. From what, 15, 16? I don't even think it was at 15 this year. So that might have been one from last year. FTNT. Did it? Yeah. I'm just not looking to do anything this week, really. After, well, that's almost a good example of what we were looking at kind of with Uber there. No, PM is, I think I put PM on the pre-market plan for you guys, didn't I? Didn't I? Or did I not put that on there? Yeah, I did. It's on there. Just to watch it for the next couple of weeks here. Dix, we're not going near. ADI. I don't know if the chain tightens up. Sure. How's the bond? See, I still almost don't really care about the bond market right now. We got to see if that bond bid with the new Treasury Secretary is going to last. But I am very curious about where Bitcoin is and how this is going to react to this prior all-time high zone here. Yeah, PM does look good. That was on the pre-market plan. Let's see. That Twilio move was nuts too. So this is what the trade looked like on Twilio here. It was this from last week. This option chain though made my brain bleed. That was not fun. Marvel breaking. Semis have been hot. I did look at Marvel, but Marvel's got earnings coming up. Where is it? It's like right in here. It's like next week, I think. If it loads. I'm 99% sure Marvel has earnings coming up. Yeah, right here. Next Tuesday. So I'm not going to be going near this. INLT. What is it? NLST? What are these, dude? Oh, I'm not OTC nonsense. No, I'm not even pulling that up. Sorry. No. OTC not Mark Penny stock nonsense. No. That's never gonna make you any money, dude. Oh my god, I gotta tweet this out. I saw a video of who is it? I think it's an athlete or an actor, somebody, and they're literally on a podcast and go, "Oh, I highly recommend these people, like everybody, consider like going into penny stocks." And I was like, "Are you?" I was like, I almost lost my mind. Almost everything that I see on like finance media, unless it's Twitter's pretty good, like makes my brain want to explode. Because nobody has any idea what they're talking about. Nobody. It's insane. Like you ask them like about like if you were to ask any of these people like, okay, well, how do you feel about activist treasury issuance and what Janet Yellen's been doing to the yield curve, or what are the implications of the current implication of the Japanese yen carry trade, or how have 0-day options and gamma exposure affected market pricing? It's like they don't know anything. Don't make me rant. I'm not gonna rant. No rants today, guys. It's a holiday week. Let's keep it nice. I don't want to be ranting. If Marvel's going there a little bit, but that has earnings coming up. Those premiums for next week would be blasted. I am not touching that. STLD. What's that? It's not bad. Steel. Yeah. Still Alfie. I'm probably not doing anything this week. It doesn't make any sense too with the holiday. I want to set ourselves up looking for setups that we want to be trading into December. We've already killed it this month. And that's one of the things that I think is, this is actually funny. It's almost like a little paradox. Like when you guys hop into the Discord and you start to see how nasty these setups can be. I mean, those of you guys that are coming over from Twitter have just seen the insane crypto setups I've given you guys. But what you'll notice is you'll hit some of these big trades and then your brain is going to shift and you're going to be like, I want to do this all the time. You're like, I want to do this every single day. And it's like, relax. They will happen, but they will only happen if you wait for the perfect setups. That's the one thing that I try to harp on a lot is the patience and wait for those A+ moves. Don't forget to inhale your skirt. Apple pie sucks. STV rants are a treat. We did one on crypto on Friday, didn't we? A good one. But that was more so like this one I'd be interested in, Alfie. That looks good. That looks really good. INJ looks really good. I would be actually open to taking some crypto trades. Money being injected into your bank account is addicting. I know. And that's the one thing I try to explain. And I say it in the courses too. It's like, you guys are going to have days and weeks, especially what we do with the swings, that you're going to make more money than you thought possible. But you can't then think that that's an everyday thing. The pulp, and that's where most people mess up the market, is they try and think of it as some sort of fixed income instrument. They're like, I want to make X per day. And it's like, that's not what it is. It's just like, that's not how it works. So, but again, where's ADI? I don't even really think this is going to do it here. No, Dix, nothing. None of those look good. Neither of those are looking good. Ooh. I'm pretty sure this one was looking good. CCL breaking out there. I actually really like that. I really like that, but I'm just going to be super disciplined this week and just wait for us to not be in a holiday week for me to start slinging stuff again. I love that, though. That looks really good. That looks very, very, very good there. And again, if you, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. All 3 post earnings failed. I mean, no, they didn't fail. They just didn't validate. Like, I didn't even see in the ADI and Dick's option chain stunk. Like, that's not a fail. It just never got above the level. And that's the beauty of the post earning strategy. It's like, if it doesn't validate, you don't touch it. That's like saying like a potential setup that I outlined and then it just like breaks lower. It's like, oh, it failed. It's like, yeah, but it never went above the level for an entry anyway. So you were just looking at it. Yeah, not validate. Yeah. Honestly, man, I really like your growth and what I've seen you be able to do in the Discord so far has been awesome. It might have been you, but like I see a lot of messages come in all the time of like people that are new, they're asking questions, they're really, really engaged in the process of actually learning how to do this. And then when I see you guys, it starts to click for you. And again, it doesn't take very long. Like I don't think even you've been in there for very long. It's just unbelievable to see. And again, we can talk about it right now. Saturday, guys, is the last day for the 50% off your first month sale. To my private community, you get both the courses, the day trading mastery course and the swing kings course, which is an insane value in and of itself. You get all the watch lists of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, which is the most important part. The pre-market plans every single day, which have the volatility zones, which we haven't even talked about here yet because there just aren't any today. And then everything that I'm looking at for that day, the private live streams that are like this every single day, Monday through Thursday, the macro research reports, the single stock research reports. If you guys are serious about actually having long-term success in the market, I'll throw the link in here for you guys. This is the best sale that I will ever offer. There is not going to be another sale like this ever again. Prices are going to be going up soon. We're going to be going waitlist only, so you won't just be able to hop in. Again, I'm only here to make sure that we're dealing with the people that are the most serious, that actually want to do this. So if that's you and you really like see these setups, you're like, I want to be able to take part in these too, make sure you guys hop in. The 50% off code is bullish. If you miss it, you miss it. And then you get to go, I guess, lose money in the market all the time. I don't know. SoFi actually could be giving us another setup here soon. CCL looks good there, man. Bitcoin bouncing back up here. Where's AVAX? Is this thing moving? Oh, there we go. If we didn't have this crazy wick here, I'd be all over AVAX again. This wick is crazy. Pod says if you don't get it, just stop trading. Your decision-making skills suck. It's true. Daily Taylor says you won't regret it. Yeah, and guys, I mean, you guys can click that link there and just go read the reviews on it. I mean, I only have 5-star reviews for a reason. Do you guys pay for real-time data? I do, but I don't think I need it. That's what I don't think I do. SoFi's wild. You're going to mention them. Might be more money to be made on them. It looks good. Looks good. I mean, I have those shares. I'm not going to be. If we get to 20, I'll probably start selling some leaps on it. But other than that, I'm probably not going to be touching my SoFi position. I did say 1650 or 20 was when I was going to do it. And it's probably going to be around 20 that I would think of that. And then, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Saturday's the last day. And then for those of you guys that missed the AVAX idea, so once this thing hit 42, my stops are now at break even. I cannot lose on this trade. My first target is 50.80. My second one's all the way up here at like 65.50. So that's what I'm looking at there on AVAX. And you guys can see, this is the reason why I sling these. You look at DOT, you look at Cardano, like this thing is ridiculous. Look at this move. If you were to hold this thing even to the highs, this thing hit a 1 to 18 risk to reward. You risk 1% of your account, you make 18% back on one trade. For ES, yeah, you would need real-time data. Let's see here. Market's doing absolutely nothing, which is to be expected. Yeah, I don't really like ADI or any of those. Let's see. I mean, if Bitcoin pushes out of this zone here, that'd be good. How's the 4-hour look? Are we engulfing anything? No, you're just, it's still looking a bit iffy there. Still looking a bit iffy. And then what else have we done? This one, Cardano. That was filthy. I did give you guys the Solana monthly breakout too. The Bitcoin monthly breakout. I mean, we could look at this on the monthly here. I'll show you guys where it was. Bing, there you go. See? Above here, 183. BP. We can take a look at it. I don't hate. Oh, there you go on INJ. That's breaking. Not really a big. Oh wait, where's BP? Why does it say? Yeah, there it goes. I wouldn't do anything on this here. This is not a setup that I really want to be looking for. Yeah, INJ is going. Yeah. Ooh, the only issue that I have with this, just one thing, is that your entries here, your stop would go below the day low, and in order to get like that 1 to 3, 1 to 2, you're going way up, like 33% higher. So you can take it. The risk to reward isn't great on the setup here, but if it wants to run, I mean, even up to here, you get a 1 to 3.6. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like it, but you do have room to put a lot of like you have a lot of room to the stop there. So if you guys want that one, go for it. But that's a good looking setup there. Bitcoin moving back up a little. Where's my AVAX? It's chilling. It's chilling, doing its thing. Yeah, I'm not like BP is not something that I would go for around here. Wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, INJ does look good. So here's how I would do this. That would be where I'd go break even on INJ. You break that level up there, which is what, 33.28. That's your break even point. Pump it. Tor, I thought you were supposed to pump AVAX for me. What? You did good, but you didn't get up to my TP. Come on, we did the first break even point, 42. That's fine. That's still good. But come on, let's get up to 50, 80. That's what I want. But yeah, that looks good. So that's break even point. You get through here, 33.28. You can go risk free and then hunt some ridiculous targets on that thing. Let's see. I thought we were gonna get up there. It was, I mean, Bitcoin didn't help this, but Bitcoin fixes this. All right, Bitcoin, it's coming back up a little. I know we spoke about that. Yeah, Tor, come on. I thought you were supposed to pump it for me. What the heck? It's a $17 billion market cap. That shouldn't be that hard for you. Come on, pump it. You got me? Thanks, man. Been sitting in this trade for how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Needed to do some self-reflecting. Hey, less self-reflecting, more pumping, okay? Sorry. I was speaking about accidentally like pumping. There was a setup that I was looking at last night, and I was like, this looks good. And I was going through the Coinbase stuff. Then I looked at the market cap on it, and it was like $100 million market cap. And I was like, I'm not posting this. Dicks look like it. Yeah, we didn't do anything on that one. ADI, nothing. So none of the post earnings setups validated, so there was nothing to do on either of those. Yeah, I was like, guys, I can't post this. That's the difference between me and all these other morons you see. Here's a rant. You see all these people out there in the market that are owning businesses that are designed to only profit when you fail. And they also teach you supposedly how to make money in the market, but they only actually make money when you fail on their business, and then they come out and pump and dump meme coins, committing securities violations. Nice. That's who you want to listen to? Great. You're not going to make it. Sorry. You listen to these TikTok idiots, you are going to fail. Sorry. Oh, I hate the trading space so much. Twitter's great. Instagram, TikTok, there's not one person on there that I'd be like, I would want to speak to this person. Zero. It makes my brain explode. So you think SoFi will go up to 20? I think it definitely could. I'm holding it. I'm long at 655 though. So do I care? No. I'm just gonna hold it and see what happens. That's when I gave it to the Discord. Rant. Dude, these people are just scammers, and everybody falls for it. It's insane. It's nice out today. Let's get the background going. Let's see. How's this? Oh, there we go. There we go. No, I like Matt. That's cool. Let's see. AVAX. Still looking good. SV is going to lose it. I am. Dude, think about it. You have people like me out here that help people completely change their lives, make crazy amounts of money in the market with not a whole lot of effort and learning. And then you have everybody else scamming. It's like, all right. Nice green screen, bro. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right. Market pushing up here a little. So, has there been any news on tomorrow's going to be nuts with the data? Let's see. OPEC begins talks on delaying oil production restart again. Yeah, nothing. Bank. Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't see anything on the feed. Again, this is gonna be a really slow week. Def changed my life. Thanks, Trader Joe. Appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. Zip Trader, he's all right. I mean, I've had a bunch of people message me that they come in from that, and they were like, "I was only losing money," and I'm like, "I mean, you're not losing money now. You're not losing money now." MTZ. Oh yeah, the other thing, guys, too, is when you guys hop into my community, it's like what you see is what you get. There's no like, "Oh, look, you're struggling. Upsell you, upsell you, upsell you." Like that's not how it works. I think it's like, oh, you can. I hate that stuff so much. AVAX moving there a little. I like this outfit. This is a good one. I like that shadow. CL. This is gonna be a slow one, but I do like how that looks. Again, I'm not really looking to do anything until next week. Why? Like, what's the point? Quad U. That thing was knifing yesterday. I was watching it, but ooh, here she comes. It's still valid. If you guys want that one, you can take it. This would be a good shares idea on Quad U. It's about to hit right now. GME. No, we could look at it, but see this one. I would have liked this a little bit better if it actually gave a cleaner setup because we were looking at this. Yeah, there goes Quad U over that level there. This was good, but this is just a slow grind up that I don't want to really have any part of. And a lot of the time, what they do is they do this crap. Like this is not gonna last. I can tell you, I would almost just sell calls into this because almost every single time you see these wild candles on GME, they just knife right back down and everybody gets rug pulled. It's like the new trend with it. It's like midday, you get these wild 5-minute candles and it just goes boom, dead. And you're like, all right, well, the last time that I gave you guys there were two really big calls I made on GME this year. One of them was right here before the massive run from like 17 into the 60s, and then the parabolic short up here. So this year, I do not want any part of at all. Yeah, it's like this is the crazy thing about the upselling. It's like, okay, logically speaking, if the stuff that you are giving everybody is not working and you have to then upsell people into something else that's supposedly going to help them, the stuff that you're actually doing probably isn't that good. Logic. Just use a little bit of brain of what do you call it? Brain power. Like, serious, it's ridiculous out here. So, yeah, you guys want to hop into the like literally the best trading community on the internet right now? It's 50% off your first month. It's literally $30. No, I'm not even talking about that, Michael. It's everybody. It's like all these other people out there that are like, it's mainly the Instagram people that are like, oh look, I'm gonna run my fourth mastermind this year. It's like, what, bro? What are you doing? It's like, what? Like, I'm not even talking. I'm talking about the industry as a whole. Like, it's just these like people out there that have no understanding of markets that are like, the only thing that we ever did that was like another product was that you guys asked for the mastermind with the what do you call it? The college level financial education stuff in it. I don't even sell it. It's like you can't have it anymore. Like you're not allowed to buy it. We did it once and that's it. No more. I did say I might do another one. We're not doing another one. Sorry. My $500 course not working for you? Well, try my new $1,500 course. That's really what it is. It's like these people on Instagram are like, here's this one thing, and it's like, well, if this thing didn't work, maybe this more expensive thing will. And it's like, no, it won't actually. Yeah, I see it all the time. I go on these Instagram stories, and I'm like, I want to make I just like my brain's gonna bleed because like these people are falling for it, and they're like, I literally would be like, all you have to do is just be able to identify stocks that are about to explode before they do, and it's not that hard. Oh, yeah, I don't even I don't yeah, like Michael, I have no idea what goes on over there. You can handle another one. You're too right. I know. I know I'm right. Quad, you looking interesting. All right. You guys got me ranting today about just the state of like and that mastermind was worth every penny. Julianne, it is 100% different. I'm mainly a swing trader. I find stocks that are about to explode before they do, tell you guys about them, and then everybody prints money. So, but yeah, everybody's first month, 50% off. You guys want to hop in, go for it. If not, hopefully what you're doing is working. And again, it's you get both the courses, the Swing Kings course, the Day Trading Mastery course, the watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the private live streams, the pre-market plans, the macro research reports, the single stock research reports. You can't go wrong. I should chart. The prices are going to be going up a lot when I do it because the value in there right now is nuts. Can we have a turkey rant today? It's because you ate turkey. Reddit setting up. I think I was looking at this actually. Yeah, I do like this. I do like this. This would be one for next week. That's really what I'm looking for this week, guys, is just identifying setups for next week. That's it. Sounds good? Julianne, we'd love to have you in there. Let's The one thing though that really like makes me angry is these idiots out there that like own prop firms and teach trading. That is the one thing where I'm like, what? Because think about it. They're either admitting to you that they don't know how to trade because their business will only make money when you fail, or they have every incentive in the world to just feed you garbage so you fail. Can I please trade currency pairs? No. If you have the ability, oh fuck, dude, you just triggered a rant. You just triggered a rant, buddy. Ready for the speech? If you have the ability, hold on, I haven't done this in a while. If you have the ability to trade future stocks or options over forex, you always should, because one, there's really no spreads in futures. In forex, all of the brokers are scamming you. The proppers are scamming you. The people in that industry are giant scammers. So why would you then put yourself in an adverse situation in the market to lose money? I don't know. But if you want to do that, go for it. But again, you always should be trading future stocks or options, not currency pairs. There has been one time this entire year where I have said I really wish I wanted to trade currency, and it was not. It was based on the macro thesis on USD JPY. I'll show you where it was. Right here. Boom. Thank you. I'm crying right now. Dude, you guys are. I thought we were gonna have fun today. You guys are making me rant about just everything wrong with like the trading space. Data out. What is it? What do we have? You got it here? No, I saw the tension stuff, but I didn't. What do we have for data today? Oh, new home sales and consumer confidence. Yeah, I want to see both of those. Market not really move. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. You didn't have to retract your message. It's just that it's now I feel bad for ranting at him about forex. Everything I do is to help you guys. So, like if I'm saying it's probably not the best idea to be going trading currency pairs all day long, I'd probably have some really good reasons why. Thanks for the family. No, they love my rants. No, the rants are fun, man. We have a lot of fun ranting because all the rants have a purpose. I like Reddit though. Reddit's gonna give us something for next week, I think. I still don't have the data though. I'd like to see it and then cover it with you guys. Here we go. Median home sale price was up 4.7% from a year ago, 437,300. Consumer confidence actual 111.7. That's right at expectations there. New home sales were lower. Yeah, new home sales change month over month was down 17.3. That's big. That's big. He came in and stepped on a Forex landmine. He did. He did. Thanksgiving turkey. Well, no, he did tell me to trade Forex at 9:30 a.m. I have another rant on this, but I feel like we've ranted enough for today. So we're going to stop. Because the only reason why he's asking me that is so he can follow me and then not understand anything that's actually happening in the market and then just treat the market like some sort of get rich quick scheme, which is not going to help you ever. You know, we're doing a nice rant right now. We're keeping it NPR, pillow talk. Sorry. Yeah, I don't see anything today yet. I mean, Quad U looks decent. CCL looks good. Reddit I like for next week. I want to see where Uber is right now. Is Uber starting to give us something? It's got a hold. Uber's got a hold there, but if it forms a nice range in here, I will be very, very excited over Uber for next week. Thanksgiving turkey. You guys are gonna make people think I do weird things to turkeys. Are we really gonna start this one from yesterday? All of you guys in the live chat cannot. I don't think that you could make an argument that turkey is your favorite meat. I think there's better options. So then why do we then decide to eat it? I don't know. I think turkey is a psyop. BYON? That could actually be setting up for a little basin break there. That's possible. It definitely could. It definitely could. Bitcoin moving up here. It's coming out of the zone. Favorites ham? Dude, I love ham. Ham's great. Ham's great. So short turkey socks? No. No, because everybody's going to buy them. Actually, you know what I'd be interested to look at here? Because we were looking at Costco. Where'd that end up? Ripped. This is, we were looking at Costco in here. I just needed a couple more days of consolidation, but this thing ripped. So Tampa Bay turkey. What's up, man? You guys are going to make my brain bleed sometimes. Don't fall for the ham lies. I know. I know. There's a good reason to like ham. I don't think that anybody could just like say to me with a straight face that their favorite bird like thing to eat is turkey. I don't think they could say that. Duck, chicken, ham. Ham's more like Christmas though. Somebody made a turducken though. That'll play. That'll play right there. Turducken, that'll play. When I first heard of the word turducken when I was like 14, I was like, this might be the funniest word of all time. So I love Reddit here. This could be a really good one. We could take a look at some of the other ones too. Ground turkey is it's all right. Oh my God, Eddie, you guys are talking about turkey in the Discord now. All right, hold on. What were the other ones that we had? Disney, I actually want to take a look at here because I'm hoping this thing cooled off a little. Yep, Disney's going to be another one. ARM. Oh, yep. This is going to be potentially another one too. AMD. Yeah, it's a little too big of a candle there. We're probably not going to be looking at that. Airbnb, and then there's one more. That could give us the setup soon, and then DraftKings. No, turkey bacon's fine. You're so right on the turkey. Give me 7 mashed potato biscuits. I'm good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dawn hates turkey. Welcome to the turkey chat. I guess we're talking about turkey today. Again. Makes sense, though. There's a turkey in the thumbnail. So, fair. It wasn't clickbait. So, we cook all of it. South Louisiana, dude, I got to get down there and eat some good food at some point. I bet you guys have some good stuff going on there. Turkey bacon's fine. Shanghai roll, Filipino dish. Shanghai roll sounds like sushi, which would also, I'd be fine with that. But we talked about this yesterday. Like, we hated on what? What was I hating on yesterday too? Steakhouses. This is what happens when we're bored. We just start talking about stuff. Steakhouses, I think, are over. Dude, I would just go to Chili's. I like Chili's. Must have been pretty tough with that turkey next to your face. Can I turn your volume up a tiny bit? No, you turn your volume up. How about that? Remember, this is a live stream. Giving away the secret sauce? Interesting. Nah, it's fine. I mean, all these setups are going to change going into the end of the week, too. In Africa, we do Sadza. What's that? Options are getting cheaper across the market today. Well, think about it. Nothing. We're not moving. Think about the range today. Like, you throw this on the 30-minute, like, you've got, like, what? Hourly is probably better. Like, we're doing absolutely nothing today in the market, which is to be expected on a holiday week, which is why, guys, I'm not touching anything. Yeah, GME moved. I don't know where it is now, but I would not expect it to hold. Like, those random pumps that it has, you want to be in before them, which is very difficult because it'll break levels on those pumps, and you don't want to be a part of those. Maize meal. Interesting. You mean like corn? Like cornmeal? Sounds like he's talking about cornbread. SPY just broke his 5-minute opening range. I mean, it did it down here. I don't want any part of this. If you're going to try to day trade this today, you're going to get blown out. You're just going to get chopped around. Unless you get like a knife candle here. But it sounds like he's talking about like cornbread. ADI moving up, but we're not going to touch that. Nah. I got to look it up. So you make tamales with? Also, I think corn. Small to mid caps have been moving this week. Yeah, that makes sense. But again, you guys know how I feel about this type of week here. Everybody and their mother is going to be like, oh my God, we have to trade. We have to do it. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Think about the month that we've had, guys. We don't have to do anything. 0. Yeah, I did see what Eddie posted in the Discord. I did see. I flip back and forth most of the time. Oh, that one I didn't see. That, right, Eddie. Oh, man. Yeah, well, I mean, Bitcoin's looking decent. AVAX screwing around. There's not going to be much going on here. But again, Saturday's the last day for you guys to hop in to the Discord for 50% off your first month. If you guys missed that, that's going to be the best sale that I ever offer. Prices are going to be going up in the near future, and it'll be waitlist only, so you won't be able to hop in. So everybody that's not in it yet, you guys have seen the performance this month. You guys see all the gains that I post. Even just go click that link and go read the reviews there. There's a reason why those reviews are the way that they are. All 5 stars for a reason. I'll probably post another recap on one of those crypto setups on Instagram today too. IWM better. Yeah, it probably is. I think this is just going to chop around in a range. Even after the data, because that was some crazy new home sales data and the market's not moving. Nobody's going to be doing anything. This is like today and tomorrow is like big travel day. And then Friday, literally nothing's going to happen. And then we come back Monday. That was what's his name, Rambo. Where's KRE? Huh. That's interesting. Where's gold today? How's gold looking? The gold move might be done for now, I think. Because, like, I don't know, though. We're going to really have to see what these new policies are like, because the main reason why gold was ripping so much this year is that long-term inflation expectations were elevated. So if you think that inflation is going to be higher or maintain its levels that it's currently at for the foreseeable future, you're going to have to own things that are going to benefit with inflation, which are, one, normal assets, just pretty much anything, or a lot of these hard assets like commodities like gold, silver, palladium, platinum, things like that, which is why you've seen these massive runs. Now, with this new administration, if they're able to kind of turn this around and do things a little bit differently, I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why you saw gold peak out in here, big gap down. Where was the election gap? This one. That's the election gap on gold. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with a new thesis for the gold market, but it's not something that I really want to be a part of at this current time. Spring roll. That sounds awesome, AJ. Yes, Ralph. Doesn't everybody think tariffs are inflationary? Well, here's the way I look at it. Like, they might say that, but they're not gonna bet on it. You know? Because, like, I think most people know deep down that the tariffs, the point of them is not to, like you saw it last time. Like, if you compare it, actually, because I look at things very especially in the market. You can't have a political bias when you're looking at data. I think Biden brought back like 800,000 manufacturing jobs. What's up with NQ right now? It's staying in one spot. It's a holiday week. It's not going to go anywhere. And then I don't really think any significant amount of like jobs or industry was coming back because of the old tariffs. The tariffs are a bargaining chip. That's what they are. So, and I think most people understand that. Yeah, it's a negotiation tool. That's what it is. So, I don't really think that even if they did that, it's going to have a crazy effect. And it also could just like, I just think it's a bargaining chip for now. So we'll see what happens again, but you can sort of see just in the broad market, like the market doesn't think that they're going to be super inflationary. The bond market, kind of, but not really now that it's shifted. Because think about it like this: if your expectation is that the dollar is going to significantly decrease in value, why would you buy a bond that's going to give you 3.8%? You're just losing money. So that's why everybody was either selling their bonds or they were, what do you call it? They were foregoing the opportunity to buy bonds now and waiting for higher yields, which we got. Right. I agree, Ralph. I agree. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, there's really not much going on. Not much going on. So, all right, guys. We'll probably wrap it up here. There's nothing to do today. So hopefully you guys are keeping yourself safe. Remember, Saturday's the last day for those of you guys to get 50% off your first month to the Discord. If you guys want to come in, at least go read the reviews. Go see what we've been posting on the Instagram stories, the Twitter accounts, all the gains. It's like I posted some of the community section here too on YouTube. You can't go wrong, guys. Like I was not looking at Dell. No. So yeah, I mean, am I on tomorrow? No. Go look at the announcement. I'll be back live on Monday. So no more live streams for the rest of the week. This is the last one. But I'll be in there. I mean, I'll be like sending messages to you guys. I probably won't like market open tomorrow's gonna be a little weird because I'm not gonna have service for a while. Just sold enough of CCL to make those free. Nice. There you go. So yeah, guys, take that. All of you guys that are hopping into the Discord, make sure you take the time to go through the educational courses. Those are critical to your success, like critical. Then ask me any questions you have. It might take me a little bit longer over the next couple of days to get back to you guys in the chats. But if you want to make sure I see it, just send me a DM on Instagram or Twitter, and then I'll see it there. But team, have a great holiday if I don't see you. Peace.